football game, 23-17 Penn State. Back after this commercial message and a word from our local station. And as we start the fourth quarter of play, Penn State leading by 6 points and threatening on 2nd down and 9 at the Boston College 22. This is D.J. Dozier, run down on a good defensive play, but his second effort gets him 2 more yards out of the carry. Here's Tim.
Keith, we've been trying to get an update on the quarterback for Penn State, John Schaefer, who left the game early in the ball game, or early in the first quarter, that is. The word we get now from behind the bench is that he has a slight concussion. His vision is impaired somewhat, but they are very concerned about the slight concussion. He took a pretty good lick inside his face mask, and he came out groggy, and that's when they made the quarterback change.
All right, Timmy, thank you.
Second effort by Dozier gave him about 3 yards rather than be 3rd and 7. It's much less.
3rd and 4. Penn State 3 out of 12 on 3rd down tries in this ball game, and Doug Strang is back to throw it. Loops it up toward the end zone, and it is incomplete, and there is no pass interference call. The crowd was starting to howl as Rocky Washington went down in front of Neil Eiton, but it appeared that Eiton had nothing to do with Washington's falling down, and so there's no flag. Let's look at it.
Well, Washington is going to make an inside fake and go back outside. I believe he tripped over his own feet right there, or at least he slipped there.
Yep.
And, of course, both Eiton slipped also. Oh, Eiton might have gone on and intercepted the ball had he not slipped, as the ball is just over his shoulders.
Field goal try now from Gonchitano. 34-yard kick is good. And with 14:44 to play in the game, the Penn State Nittany Lions lead now by 9. That extra point sticking up there like a sore thumb, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And now Boston College will be going into the win, and Flutie was very ineffective in the first quarter.
There's what the wind will do for you. The ball is drilled way back into the end zone, caught by Williams. It will not be returned, and it'll be Boston College ball at their 20. This is Boston College's 13th possession of this game. Now, that's more than they have been averaging for an entire ball game. So they have had the ball enough.
Yes, that is a great win by TCU over Houston. Jim Wacker has done a tremendous job.
SMU came back late to salvage another one. Texas and SMU both have lived dangerously this year. And Oregon beats UCLA 20-18. Boy, that's a big win for the Ducks and Rich Brooks. Back goes Flutie on 1st down from his 20. Gets his pass off, and it is incomplete. Thrown to the sidelines, intended for Phelan. Once again, though, Doug Flutie had to throw the ball out of a crowd. He's had a lot of company all night.
The Penn State game plan of just really blitzing those 4 linemen, ignoring the run, and telling them to get back and apply as much pressure as they can has been very successful.
Second and 10. Down the middle, Ken Bell slips and slides down at the 27. So they will have 3rd and 3 now.
Which the Boston College normally is a passing down. That's a big call coming up. Boston College needs 2 scores to win this game.
Well, they send in the second tight end.
And Phelan comes out.
They had Flutie by the foot. Now they've got him by both legs, and down at the 11-12-yard line, Bob White, number 34, did the job for the Lions.
Bob White, 34, is the best pass rush on the Penn State team. Good athlete, good speed, 4'6", but he makes a good play. He's playing the screen first. Now he decides to rush, and Flutie tries to give him a good fake, but he's too good of an athlete right here. He just wraps him up, both arms, and pulls him down.
And Steve Peach now will punt from his own end zone. With 13:25 to go. Into a wind, gets it up there. He didn't get a tight spiral on the kick, but it does take a Boston College roll and will roll dead at the Penn State 48. 39-yard punt. Lions lead by 9, and they sit in the middle of the field. And Penn State, on the other hand, was only able to cash in one of the 4 BC turnovers. Now the Lions go to work from their own 48 with Mumford in there at the tailback position. And Doug Strang gets it off deep. Bellamy inside the 20 at the 18. He got in front of Todd Russell, and Russell couldn't plant his feet and come back to get him.
Roll-out pass, you buy time. Let your receivers get deep. The blitz was on. Strang just throws it up, but the receiver, when you have to come back to the ball, somehow has the advantage. And Russell just made very little effort to come back, and
couldn't get his feet down.
No, couldn't, and Bellamy catches it.
And it's first down at the Boston College 18 for the Lions. Strang's now hit 4 completions, averaging 31 yards. He's been throwing the ball downfield. That is Steve Smith carrying, and he picks up a couple of yards. Here's Jim again. Second down, call it 9 for Penn State. As Strang drops the throw, blitz is on, they got it. Number 15, Nickerson, was looping from the outside, but somebody came up the middle to get him, and that's probably Mike Ruth.
The tactics of Penn State is really to protect against the blitz and not hit hot receivers or quick receivers. The blitz is on, and Ruth just keeps relentlessly coming, and pressure from the outside, and obviously Strang slips a little bit with Ruth grabbing and helping him.
And the ball now comes back just outside the 24-yard line with Manoa in there at fullback now for Penn State, along with Mumford, the I-back. Strang back to throw it, gets it off under pressure, and it is incomplete. The pass intended for Rocky Washington, and that one just was short-hopped in front of Rocky.
And Washington slips again. We're seeing so many people lose their footing and on grass, and as Keith and both of us had mentioned, that cleat that most of them use just doesn't grab in grass. The rules say you have to use half-inch or less cleat, and Washington's feet go right out from the punch.
John Chitano is in now for a 41-yard field goal try. He's hit from 25 and from 34. And the referee now has stopped it for just a moment. There's 8 seconds on the clock, and now they reset it to give him the full count, and it's rolling. Hold is good this time. The kick is up. He got it. With 11:21 to play in the football game, it is now Penn State building its lead to 12. Field position and kicking game. Does that sound familiar? Take it back to General Neyland if you'd like.
That's right.
Goal line, Williams for Boston College. Works his way well through the traffic and comes out to the 25, where the Eagles, now trailing by 12, will go to work. And the clock shows 11:16 to play.
Continuing on with that field position, where Penn State started with the ball at around their own 40-yard line, they make a first down, and they're really in 4-down territory if they want to, where Boston College starting from their 20, they've got to move a long way before they get in 4-down territory.
Well, here's Troy Stratford with a full hamstring in the ball game for the first time. Flutie to throw it. Batted away by number 73 and number 55. They're both there. Pete Kirkendall and Tim Johnson. One of them slapped Flutie's pass aside.
Flutie tried to throw it side on. He was throwing out to the wide side of the field, to the boundary, rolled over to the right, and was so close to the defenders that they could just get their hands up and knock it down. In fact, it looked like they hit it in the chest.
I remember, so many years ago, it's hard to remember, but I remember taking one of those in the chops one time. Boy, did they hurt.
Smart. Here's the spread. With
Second and 10. Gets it off, and guess who? Phelan upfield makes the catch for Boston College. First down at the 42.
Keith, how does Phelan always seem to find the open spot? What a knack he has. There's a group of people over there, some receivers, some defensive backs. They're all right congregated in there, but he's in the open spot. You'll see 2 or 3 others come in there.
He knows the geometry of the game. Look at that one. He almost caught that ball flat of his back. Here's Tim Brent.
Keith, I was talking to Doug again. I'm trying to get an update on this shoe. He said it is like AstroTurf. I made a mistake. It is not exactly, but you can see all the cleats on the bottom. The outside ones are just a little bit longer. But what's happening is the dirt, the grass, all getting stuck in there. So it is almost like the AstroTurf cleats. They are a little bit longer down on the bottom, but they are having a lot of problems there. And they said the turf is loose and giving away under his feet. Doug Flutie's left shoulder, Keith, is also giving him problems. It's very sore.
Yeah, he took one hard fall on it. Second down and 10. Pass down the middle. Gieselman, the tight end, takes it on the Penn State side of the field. First down, Eagles at the Lions 38. And the temperature right now is 38 degrees.
That was a tremendous throw. Only Doug Flutie, I think, in college could make this throw. Gieselman's a big tight end working inside of the other side of 95, and the ball is right on the money.
Kelvin Martin threw his hands and then off the chest of number 27, Chris Sidner. Chris was so surprised that the ball came through with that velocity, he literally had no chance to catch it.
Zordich, number 43, was rushing from the outside. He was unblocked, free to tackle Flutie if he didn't throw it immediately. This ball game for Boston College rests on just the outstanding play of Doug Flutie, being able to throw the ball mostly because they need 2 scores to win now.
10:38 to play in the game. Second down and 10. No good. Flutie rolling out with the pressure coming. Tries to get the ball once again to Phelan and couldn't do it.
I know that people wonder, well, why is the ball so low? That is intended. That is the purpose. That's what he is schooled, not to throw it quite that low, but to keep it down so that if it is deflected in any way, it diverts to the ground, not in the air. If you throw the ball shoulder high and it's deflected, it's intercepted virtually every time with a tip drill.
They put Stratford now up into a slot position. He's a good receiver, but remember, he has a pulled hamstring. Now they put him in motion to give him 3 wide to the top of the picture. The pass is away in a hurry to Stratford. Got a first down. Gets past the man. Down the sidelines, out of bounds. He hit the chalk at the Penn State 15. Sidner was the man that got just enough of him to get him out.
But you can see that Stratford is wide open because 43 Zordich blitzes, and no one is covered. They're playing man for man. They got the third man out on that side. No one to cover him. And had Stratford been well, I believe he would have scored.
If he had full speed and full agility, I think he probably would have scored. Flutie is now 18 out of 37 for 311 yards.
Flutie threw that ball with a man coming at him full speed, untouched.
First down at the Penn State 15. Pass is away down the middle, intercepted. He tried to force it, and it's picked off by Rogers Alexander, a middle linebacker. He tried to shoot one between the defenders and the dropping linebacker. Came up with a ball.
When you throw the ball in the middle too many times, the linebacker's going to get his hands on it. But Alexander makes a great play. He comes right in front of him. He's a linebacker. And the ball hits him right on the chest, and he pulls it down for the interception.
With 10 minutes and 12 seconds to play, Penn State has the ball at their own 17. Come away empty. 5 turnovers by Boston College in the game. Penn State first down. The ball at their own 17. And they'll go with the ground game as long as they can. And the ground game pretty much tonight has been Steve Smith and DJ Dozier, and that was Smith carrying the ball.
Keith, I think it's remarkable that Penn State has played this entire ball game without a turnover. Boston College has had 5 turnovers. Penn State converted on 1 of those for a field goal only. 3 of them occurred, as Keith mentioned, as Boston College was threatening to score, leaving the ball deep on Penn State's side of the field.
Penn State now with 202 yards out of those 2 running backs, Smith and Dozier. Smith has 110.
Smith is a surprise to everybody. He's just getting better and better.
Second down and 7. This is Dozier, and he's caught.
Dozier carried the ball.
Now the moment of decision, Keith, with long yardage with Paterno put the ball in the air right now. If he does, I predict he'll just roll out. Still plenty of time for Boston College to win. He needs the first down. You get too conservative, and things can happen because Flutie can score in a hurry as we look at the clock. 3rd and long. Will he throw? If he does, he'll probably roll out.
3rd and 7. I would expect to pass.
The receiver was wide open.
Slipped and fell.
Yes,
I think, though, Strang had pulled it down and was going to run.
Yes, he was, and but Bellamy was wide open into the boundary. Here again, the slipperage of the field making a difference in the ball game, but the Boston College defense stopping it out of first down. That's critical right now. Critical.
So Bruno is in the punt. Martin drops back to receive it, and the time reads 8:25. Low kick away from Martin, but he's got a little daylight, and he slips and falls down. Well, the reason that they don't use the old 3/4-inch spikes anymore, or cleats, is for medical reasons.
That's correct, Keith. For safety purposes, those 3/4-inch cleats had that sharp point on it, at least a point on it, and there was so many people injured because of it, they reduced it.
That's coming up November 15 here on ABC. Pernell Whitaker out of Norfolk, Virginia. Tyrell Biggs of Philadelphia, gold medalist in the heavyweight. The gold medalist and Evander Holyfield making their professional debut in boxing. And from the 41-yard line, Flutie goes down the middle with it for Bell. Threw it very hard. And Bell couldn't pull it down. Look where Phelan was. Phelan was down on the 15.
Keith, the Flutie's having some problems, obviously. It's tough on a quarterback to get rushed one time and run for your life, and the next time you get a little antsy, even though you have time. And here's Phelan. You see just how far downfield he was. He was the deep man. They had some other receivers cutting in front of him. Ison 22 had him well covered along with Cobb 16.
2nd down and 10. Sideline pattern. This time it is caught by Sean Dombrowski, number 44, a sophomore out of Erie, Pennsylvania, and it's a Boston College first down.
And what a catch it was. Dombrowski, 44, is curling on the sideline. The ball is high, and I mean high. Watch this. He goes, boy, that stretches, and he holds on to it. Great
Sean's
play.
only 5'11", but he reached about 6'6", didn't he? Flutie's pass down the middle. It's good. And I think it's Dombrowski again, taking one down the middle.
Or did Flutie hit him right on the butt? Oh, that's a tough throw. I could have thrown that when I was in college, Keith. I'd have played pro ball.
You're too tall.
Lou Jack was the competition. Not better off where I am.
Flutie's pass is away. He's got a man, Ken Bell, inside the 5, out of bounds at the 2 with 7 minutes and 44 seconds to play in the game.
Bell is just a substitute, but he went deep when Flutie scrambled that way. Watch the rush. Flutie backs up. He sees the rush come in. One of the moles was unblocked, but the key here is Bell coming back. He's coming back towards and watch him break himself and separate it from the defensive back and makes the completion.
Irrepressible, Doug Flutie. 1st and goal just outside the 2. They hand it to Strahan, and Strahan goes inside the 1. He's about 1.5 feet short.
Strahan on the other possession when they had 1st and 3 did not touch the ball on that series, and that I'm sure got the coaches saying, hey, let's give it to the big boy. Way too short. He high jumped 6'8" in high school. Well, they got too many players in there. Well, here comes one all. Now they just got 10. Oh, they had left.
There goes Strahan over the top, touchdown. Time, 7 minutes and 16 seconds to play in the ball game, and once again, it is a 6-point difference. And here, with a successful conversion, they can cut it to 5. There's a Penn State player hurt, as you see Strahan's effort over the top.
Now, the rule is if the ball breaks the plane, the ball carrier doesn't have to go over, but the ball breaks the plane, an imaginary plane, right up from the goal line. It was a touchdown.
So we've got a timeout taken for the injured Penn State player, a 6-point difference.
This is Chevrolet Corvette.
You've never seen anything like this before.
A Corvette superb in its engineering and defiant in its performance.
Never before.
Corvette performance you won't believe. And a digital information center you can't ignore. This is your Corvette, America. Technology. That's today's Chevrolet.
This is Mr. Goodwrench. Did you know that spark plugs in your GM car or truck make 8,000 explosions a minute? And each explosion depends on an exact amount of gasoline and air to make your car or truck perform right. So to make sure all those explosions happen precisely, get a professional tune-up by Mr. Goodwrench. We have quality GM parts, equipment, and training available.
It's another of Mr. Goodwrench's good ways.
To keep that great GM feeling with genuine GM parts.
Next Saturday, 5th-ranked South Carolina, only one of 5 major unbeaten collegiate teams in the nation, tangled with Florida State live at 3:30 Eastern on ABC.
It appears that Boston College is going to go for 2. And I don't frankly know why, because it's still going to leave them 4 points down.
If my mathematics is right, they need the 6. If they score a touchdown, they got to have a touchdown regardless of whether they make 2 here or not. And then they'd have to ensure the extra point. This way, one out of 2 extra points would win the game if they score.
Going for 2. Flutie gets it off, and it is no good. Phelan caught it all right, but he had to come out of the end zone to make the catch. And so BC is turned away with no points on the conversion try. And with 7 minutes and 16 seconds to play, it is still a 6-point ball game, 29-23.
What I was trying to say, a 1 point right there would get Boston College within 5 points, and a touchdown puts them ahead.
Well, they wouldn't have to make the extra point.
Now the situation is a touchdown only ties them, so they've got to kick the extra point to win, which anything could happen. As it was, if they'd gone for the extra points there, all they had to make was 1 touchdown and 1 or 2 extra points, and they win. That's complicated. I shouldn't have ever started.
That's heavy math.
Georgia Tech. Calculus. That was calculus. But I think it was a very unusual play, if not something that they really didn't give much thought to. The 2 would not help them at all. They're still 4 points behind. Field goal would not help them.
Doug Flutie, incidentally, needs 76 more yards to reach 10,000 in his career, total offense.
Isn't that amazing? Keith, we both talked at the time out that the Penn State defense is getting tired rushing. They're not having quite that pressure on Flutie they had early in the game.
Here's the kickoff. It's picked up by a man upfield, number 89, Paul 88, Paul Pomfret. And so Penn State, with Pomfret handling the ball well, gives them pretty good field position up around the 32. South Carolina and Florida State. Well, see, Florida State probably getting underway out in the West Coast very shortly, or in the Arizona area. They're playing at Tempe against Arizona State tonight. And South Carolina continues undefeated and untied with their 35-28 victory at Raleigh today against North Carolina State. Boy, it wasn't easy. And you know that Florida State, win or lose tonight, is going to give the Gamecocks a battle next Saturday here on ABC. This is Steve Smith carrying from the 30. Just over the 30 is where they mark it. And he bangs in there for a couple of yards. The time now, well, there's still quite a bit left. There's 7 minutes to play in the ball game.
Of course, Boston College desperately wants to stop them without a first down. And each first down you make, you run the ball 3 times. You use up at least 2 minutes of the clock. So you can judge from there how many first downs Penn State has to make to run the clock out.
Smith got about 3 yards on that carry, so call it second down and 7. Oh, they're going to throw it on second down. They go down the middle with it. The pass is incomplete. Pass intended for Seiberling, and a heck of a play by Tony Thurman.
Once again, Tony Thurman, number 17, has 9 interceptions, 22 for the career, playing man-to-man. Had to cover deep first, but came up and broke on the short pass in front of him to knock the ball loose from the receiver, Seiberling.
We're not going to have time for a post-game score show for you. So we're going to roll in the scores of the top games across the country today, but try not to let it detract too much from this one. 3rd down and 7.
Come on now, Doug!
And now this one, Reed's pass, as Strang drops, pressure's on. They've got him scrambling, and they go. They don't get it! He got out of the hole and turns the 1st down for Penn State at the Boston College 39.
Without question, that's the biggest play of the game. He was in bad shape back here with the blitz, but his Strang is a senior. He's been there before. Pereira, number 41, had a chance, missed it. Now we see Holly, number 53, I guess that's the freshman. Romanowski misses the tackle. Strang, big and strong, makes the critical, very important 1st down.
Oh, that's a backbreaker. At 6:23 to play in the football game. 1st down for the Lions on the Eagles 39.
Come on.
Now they can run it a while. DJ Dozier hurdles a man, breaks it big. Touchdown, Penn State. Rocky Washington made the big play of that run as he knocked Todd Russell out of the play, and Dozier took it in from 39 yards.
Let's watch it again. You'll have a chance to see Dozier. Joe Paterno says has the best instincts in an open field of any player he has ever coached, and you can see why. And 29 just makes a great play, delays Russell enough that he could not make the tackle. Another great run by Paterno.
And once again, it is a 12-point ball game, and possibly going to be 13 in just a moment. 6:14 to play.
What makes Peerless America's #1 do-it-yourself washerless faucet?
It goes in fast. It's built to last.
It's even warranted. It lasts a long, long time.
No tools to use. You just can't lose.
And look, it doesn't rip. It lasts a long, long time.
Peerless washerless faucet installs in no time.
It lasts a long time.
It lasts a long, long time.
Peerless installs in no time lasts a long time.
What gets America moving when the weather turns cold?
Presto.
What keeps football heroes on the go?
Prestone. Why does your car need a fresh fill of Prestone? A radiator could look this bad after just 10,000 miles of driving on weak, neglected antifreeze, while a Prestone radiator looks this good. That's the Prestone difference.
What gets the country set for winter from New York to San Antonio? America goes with Prestone.
Penn State now will go for 2 points on the conversion try. With 6:14 to play, they want to make it a 37-23, a 14-point difference is what they have in mind.
Well, they've got trips to the right and unbalanced line to the right also, Steve. They're going right.
Strang's pass, drilled in, complete. Who was it? Washington? Rocky Washington. Now Penn State's bowl fortunes perhaps are improving with each passing second. Number 1, Washington with a big lead in the 3rd quarter over California. Number 2, Texas pulled one out. And BYU won rather handily again. They have the longest win streak in the country. Nebraska rolled again today, number 4. South Carolina, number 5, pulled one out. And here's the kickoff now. Wynn carries it well back to the 1-yard line for Steve Williams, who almost slipped down. Looks in traffic, and there's no place to go as he comes out for the 16. Now you've got 6 minutes and 11 seconds to play in the game.
It's amazing to me, really, that Boston College, as we look at some more scores, has scored 23 points with a poor field position they've had, and yet they had, what, two more opportunities and failed to cash in on them. Boy, Oklahoma State pulled away, didn't he?
Penn State has had a succession of big plays on both sides of the ball.
Yes, good point. Strang just made the biggest one, and Dozier topped it off.
First down for the Eagles at their 16. Flutie passes away up the middle of the field to Kelvin Martin. He threw that thing sidearm. He kind of threw it under one man and over another and got the completion for a first down up at the 34.
We'll see it again as Boston College is running without a huddle. Watch Flutie go to the left and watch him throw it under, as Keith said. Right on the money. What other quarterback in America would ever do that?
Pressure's on. Flutie running for his life. Jump passes and throws it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, he avoided the blitz and got the ball away and avoided the sack. Notre Dame kicked the field goal with less than 15 seconds on the clock to win.
It's been a while since Syracuse beat Pittsburgh. That's an incredible collapse over there at Pittsburgh this year.
It really is.
Look at that. Florida beat Auburn roundly by 21 points. And Alabama came back to beat Mississippi State. That sets up Georgia-Florida as a rather big ball game, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Back goes Flutie. Swing passes out to Ken Bell. Trying to get him one-on-one. He gets away from two. But he can't get away from the covey that follows. And so they're going to have 4 yards to go for their first down. 5 minutes and 35 seconds to play in the ball game. A 37-23, 14-point lead for Penn State. Lions trying to win their 6th against 3 losses. Flutie has time this time, and he's got the first down as he hits Gerard Phelan at midfield.
We've got to look for Phelan in every critical situation as we see Ohio State's big win. Phelan came back and just made a beautiful route, ran a beautiful route, and made an outstanding catch. They're running without the huddle, Steve, and that's saving time. They need 2
2-minute offense, 5:15 to play. Flutie on a deep drop, goes down the middle with it. This one's good again. And the ball is at about the 33 for the first down. And once again, it is Phelan for the catch.
Phelan's going to curl up in the middle, and Flutie threw the sidearm pitch again, right on the money. Watch that. Phelan, see how he cradles that ball in. Oh, my. He knew he was going to get hit immediately.
Boston College trying to move it downfield. Back goes Flutie. Shoots it down the middle. Incomplete. He was going for Phelan one more time, and Phelan had double coverage.
Here comes a group of Penn State substitutes. They've been alternating these linemen, trying to keep them fresh, and so they can apply the pressure. They have one big advantage against Boston College is the number of players that can play, and the ball was underthrown, and Hamilton, 45, was there, but Phelan pulls him down where he couldn't intercept it.
Flutie now 25 out of 48 for 419 yards.
This game's not over.
Second down and 10, 4:54 to play. Ken Bell, they try to slip him over the left side, and penalty flags are thrown.
It looked like Penn State tried to anticipate the snap count and moved into the neutral zone. Obviously, they'll take the penalty. Boston College needs to go ahead and run the play. The clock was not dead on the previous play, so they'll start the clock. And they are. Boston College is going up the line of scrimmage without the huddle. They need 2 scores.
Second down and 5. The ball at Penn State 28.
Defense, second down.
And now the clock goes. And BC's ready to go. And Flutie back. Down the middle? No. Looked like he was trying to find Gieselman that time and couldn't get the ball to him.
Keep thinking ahead. If Boston College needs to go for 2 on one of the occasions, I would recommend, hope if they think about it, go for 2 on the first touchdown, give them 2 chances at least to get a tie out of the ball game. Not wait till the last one like Nebraska did in the championship game against Miami. I remember Darrell Royal did that to us in the big shootout. First time they scored, trailing by 14 points, he went for 2 and made it.
Third down and 5. Little short one to Ken Bell, and it's a foot race for the first down, and he's got it. He's got the first down at the 22. It's 4 minutes and 31 seconds to play.
Can you believe that Boston College can run this many plays without the huddle and still pick the defense? Flutie just is sensational in knowing where the receivers are, what the defense looks like, and here comes the blitz. There he is, too.
Slides down. Flutie gets away. Now gets the pass off, and it is Strahan caught it.
Yes, he did, too.
My gosh, how did he catch it?
Sensational play. This is what we've grown to expect in watching Doug Flutie. A delayed blitz, meaning the linebacker waits until the lineman makes their block, and then he comes free, force Flutie out of the pocket. You can see 53, Graham is chasing him untouched. Flutie, watch Flutie, give him a little fake right here. Boom. Back to the outside. Down goes Graham. Now Flutie sees, what was it, Phelan? What?
No, it's Strahan.
Strahan. Goodness gracious. Look at the catch that fullback made. Puts his foot down, legal reception.
12-yard line of Penn State. First down, Boston College, 4:14 to play. Blitz is on, pass away. Bell has it. Bell out of bounds at the 6.
Once again, there was an unblocked rusher. Chases Flutie, and Flutie got the ball away, completed it, even though the blitzer was untouched.
Boy, that's aggravating. It takes something out of you, though, when you're so close to getting him and he just keeps on picking your ball.
Oh, it's unbelievable. This is a fantastic exhibition. I agree with Joe. Never have I seen a better performance, and you see where he's over the 10,000 yards.
No, he needs 3 more.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go over? Yeah, I think he needs 3 more. Flutie's pass into the end zone. Martin, touchdown for Boston College. Well, he's over 10,000 now for dang sure. 4 minutes and 5 seconds to play in the football game as Flutie rolls and drills Kelvin Martin for the TD.
Now they go for 2. This is, again, the neck edge reverse right here. Nobody's blocking the defensive end. Number 46. And there he is, wide open Martin for the touchdown. What a play.
Now 10,003 yards. And Kevin Snow is in. They're going for 1.
This is where I would go for 2 right here. Needing to go for it. Now, if they're all sides, now they've got 1.5 yards to go. I would sure go for 2 here.
Well, maybe Jack could settle for a tie, right?
Well, that's right. I guess a tie would maybe keep him in that major bowl picture.
That's against Boston College. So it's definitely 1 now.
Now it's definitely 1. You're correct. Well, let's think about that. Would he go for 2? Needing, let's see, he's lost 1 ball game.
All right, now you're the conservative one.
I would not.
Illegal procedure.
You're asking me?
I'd
take the tie.
Would you?
Yes, sir.
Well, the tie would, if they could win the remainder of their ball games, would put them in the major bowl probably. 1 loss, 1 tie. There's no dominant. Doesn't seem to be many dominant football teams left in America anyway.
Snow's extra point kick is good. You've got 4 minutes and 5 seconds to play in the football game. 37-30, Penn State leading by 7. And the pressure right now will shift over to the Boston College defense.
You don't think Boston College would try an onside kick, do you? I wouldn't think that would be the
Not with 4 minutes.
No,
play,
4 minutes and 5 seconds, and with Flutie being able to score. Some teams may need that much time to score from the 50, but not Boston College if they get the chance. But they're expecting an onside kick. They have a half-safe kick. They got 9 people up and 2 back.
They kicked that low, skittering, bouncing kick, though, and they're hoping to go in the end zone, and it finally does. It just barely did. Ooh, that's close. That thing just barely made it to the end zone. Let's check in with Jim Lampley again.
All right, Keith Jackson told me that they're probably going to put hold in later. They did. Won the game.
This is Steve Smith on the first down from the 20 out to about the 24.
Keith had 1 extra when Boston College went for 2 back earlier on the touchdown before is looming bigger and bigger. Had they kicked the extra point, they would only trail by 6 points. When they went for 2, failed to make it. Now they're trailing by 7.
Bellamy's been pretty quiet so far today. He's caught a couple of balls. 1 big one. A big one as he got behind Thurman for the touchdown. They pitch it out to Dozier. He runs through the crowd and just short of the first down. He's about a yard short, maybe 2 yards short of the first down. Jim?
Okay, you know about Virginia's win over West.
George Welch is one of the great coaches that we know and have had in this country.
3rd down and 2 for Penn State. Strang keeps it. Dives, and he's got a first down. The spot is just over the 30. Ooh, he just barely got it.
The Boston College still has their 3 timeouts, but now, unless they use them, take 3 down. If you use 3 plays to make a first down, it's about 2 minutes off the clock, and you can judge there how many first downs Penn State has to make to ensure the victory.
Clock is rolling at 3 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the football game. 37-30. It's been an offensive show at Beaver Stadium today and tonight. This is Smith. Hit at the line of scrimmage. He still works his way for about 3 yards.
They're going to use their timeout.
Well, they killed the clock now with 2 minutes and 46 seconds to play in the football game. 2-4-6. 7-point lead, Penn State. The Boston College defense is up against it. It's 2nd down and 7. You know Penn State is going to run the ball, just hammer at you. If they get another first down, it may be lights out for BC. Rocky Washington goes in motion. Give that ball to Dozier, and Dozier has got the first down. He crosses the 40 up to the 41. Well, Boston College with 2 timeouts remaining now. The clock stops as they move the chains.
Strong legs. Dozier's got. Watching. He gets hit right there, and he just keeps going. You see, he doesn't go down with the first lick. Makes yardage after he should have been tackled. Holly, number 36, Holy, number 36, brings him down.
And the ball is sitting out close to the 42 of Penn State. So the Lions have worked themselves upfield. And the clock is rolling with 2:20 to play in the ball game. And here goes Smith. And he hits straight ahead for 3 more yards. And again, more from Jim. Boston College has just spent its timeout. They've got 1 left. 1 left. 2 minutes and 13 seconds to play in the ball game. The first problem they've got is getting the ball away from Penn State. And Penn State's ground out. 3 first downs. This is number 12, Mumford. Tony Mumford into the ball game. And now Penn State will be looking as Mumford picks up a couple.
Dozier hurt his leg and went out on that last run, Keith.
3rd down and 4 for Penn State. 3rd and 4. The clock is running, showing 1:50.
They would use their last timeout, I think, after this play if they stop him short of the first down.
This could be $1 million play right here for Boston College. Right?
Yes, it could.
Strang runs away from the crowd, gets the first down. Doug Strang, for the 2nd time in this possession, squeezes out a first down for Penn State with 1:25 to play in the game.
And they can run the clock out now. Only 1 timeout. They do not have to punt the ball. They can fall on it.
Boston College did not call the timeout. The clock is rolling along. Doug Flutie in this game has totaled 447 yards. Passing 421 net yards, and is in the 10,000 bracket, the first man ever in Division 1A. Now you've got a penalty flag stopping the clock with exactly 1 minute to play in the game. And this ABC Sports exclusive brought to you by Chevrolet, who invites you to see today's Chevy, drive today's Chevy, live today's Chevy. By Mr. Goodwrench and General Motors Parts, who help you keep that great GM feeling with genuine GM parts. By Radio Shack, the computer experts. And by Owens Corning. Our building products put your house in the pink. 1 minute to play, 1 timeout for Boston College, 7-point lead for Penn State.
Dead ball foul. We will add 4 seconds to the clock, and we go on. The clock will start on the snap.
The new college rule, if the clock was not previously stopped, then you start it only, you start immediately. Now, if it's down to 25 seconds, they couldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. That's the new rule, recent rule. If we look at Flutie's plays, here's what he's done against Penn State. Freshman, just a half of a game in 81, coming in as the quarterback. Close to 1,500 yards.
Close to a mile.
Yep. Joe Paterno jokingly said yesterday he may make that mile against us. It's close.
It's 1st and 15 for Penn State. This is Steve Smith to the outside, caught by Harrington and brought down. Scott Harrington making a play, bringing him down after a 2-yard pickup. And Boston College now spends its final timeout. And the coldest fellow on the sidelines is Tim Brent.
Keith, it was a great football game. Good college game. It had a lot of big plays in it. The defenses played hard, yet they gave up some big plays, and Boston College turnovers were the difference.
57 seconds to go in the game. 2nd down, 13, Penn State at midfield. Strang takes the snap, steps back, and is knocked down at the 45. And Boston College now, with no more timeouts remaining, cannot stop the clock. Penn State will have to snap it one more time. Well, it's aggravating, I'm sure, for any coach or any team that they have to stand on the sidelines and watch the clock wind away on you. But Frank, you're right. The Penn State people put their game plan together and played hard. Flutie was sensational. The first 10,000-yard man in Division 1A, 10,003. And they're going to lose their 2nd game of the season, having lost by a point at West Virginia. Penn State's going to beat them by a point here at Beaver Stadium. And the Nittany Lions now will go to a record of 6-3. Boston College will have a record of 5-2. And there is no more time. The game is over. Once again, your final score is Boston College 30, Penn State 37.